Yo, what's going on YouTube? AmaterasuNinja here, and today we got Overwatch gameplay in the background, and today we're gonna be talking about episode 2 of Rent a Girlfriend season 3, which is out now. And yeah, it was kind of a fun one. It was cool. This time I'm probably gonna make it shorter, and maybe this time I actually might let the gameplay roll in for a little bit. We were playing as Widow. If you didn't see the stream over the weekend, we were playing as Widow, just having fun with her. Not really playing much rank play this time, but anyways, skip that, and we're gonna get into the show. And again, if you haven't seen Rent a Girlfriend, it's okay. It's a nice slice of life anime. Obviously, it's about a guy who's renting a girlfriend. It's just a thing that happens in Japan, but instead of obviously, like, it's kind of like an escort job, but obviously without you're not getting into each other's pants type shit. If that makes any sense. Anyways, we're gonna get into it, and again, I'm going to be naming some of the characters, so hopefully you guys can follow along. If not, I suggest watching it, because, I mean, I don't know. I'm just a YouTuber. Who the fuck knows? If you guys like this shit, please subscribe. Consider dropping a like, at least. And, yeah, follow me on Twitch. AmaterasuNinja. Without further ado, let's get into it. Rent a Girlfriend, Season 3 again. So, first episode ended off on a cliffhanger with Rukia finding, which is the girlfriend of our protagonist, whose name is Kazuya. Kazuya is the main protagonist, and his girlfriend is named Rukia, but he's also in love with a girl, which is his neighbor, which he obviously rented the girlfriend where he found her, which is Chizuru. So yeah, Chizuru in the last episode was with Kazuya in his apartment, and the whole this season is basically about them making a movie, because Chizuru wants to be an actress, and the only reason she took the rent-a-girlfriend job is because she thought she would be able to own her acting skills by acting a certain way that's not really her, obviously, like going out with people and pretending to be their girlfriend and whatnot. So that's where that comes in, and why it's named Rent-a-Girlfriend. So Rukia catches them, ends up making a whole scene. She starts crying, calling Chizuru, Chizuru, which is the girl that our protagonist is in love with, calls her a horny thought, which was like one of the funniest things in the beginning of the episode. I was like so out of fucking left field for me. Like, I didn't expect that, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It was kind of funny. She starts crying, she makes a whole scene, calls her a horny thought. I can't believe you betrayed our trust, because obviously, like, the one that our main character is in love with, her grandmother is actually in the hospital. She's basically hospitalized because she's obviously getting old, and they're kind of assuming that she has not that much time to live. So, which is why she wants to make a movie and become an actress before she passes away, so she can at least see her in a movie before she passes away. And there's that. There's like mainly the main point of the story in this season, which was introduced in, I think, in the second season, really. But anyways, moving on. So whatever, they get invited. Chizuru, obviously being the more mature one, she's like, let me handle this. I know. Let's talk this out. Like, it's not what you think it is. Let's just come in and talk. So they get into Kazuya's apartment, and they start explaining to her how, like, it's all about for her grandmother, and how they're just trying to make a movie, and they're not doing anything wrong. They're not trying to get hook up together, even though Kazuya kind of wants to, our main character. That's a whole different story, I guess. I mean, it's part of the story, but so yeah. So after explaining all that to her, she notices that there's omelet rice on the table, and everything is like, obviously, like the way the whole room was made up to look like they were up to something, obviously. So whatever. Later on, she exclaims like, "Oh, who do you think whose food was better?" Because she had made a curry in the previous season when she stayed over. So she was saying, oh, okay, fine, I understand that you guys are trying to make a movie, whatever, but you gotta tell me whose food is better, Chizuru's omelet rice or my curry. And then obviously the whole thing, exposition happens with like, oh, he's going through the options, blah blah blah, of course, obviously. But obviously he chooses to side with his girlfriend. Well, it's not really his girlfriend. It kind of is, kind of isn't. She kind of forced himself onto like the whole relationship. So that's that. I thought I'd just quickly mention that. Whatever. So he decides to choose the curry, and Chizu obviously being the mature one, kind of accepts the fact that he chose her food over hers, and not really making a whole scene. Obviously, it would have made everything much, much worse. Uh, so whatever. Next, following day, she ends up seeing her grandma in the hospital, and she exclaims how, people need each other, and relationships is just kind of about balancing each other's off, like balancing ideas or lifestyles, and you can learn from that. And she kind of talks down for a minute, for a couple seconds, on our main protagonist, saying that he's not the best, he's not like the smartest, or stuff like that, which is kind of weird for me, because I thought she really loved him, like the way the first 2 seasons was going. She like basically in love with the guy. But she explains her, like, she felt sorry because she thought her granddaughter was gonna be, obviously Chizuru is gonna be alone, because she's always like by herself. She's like so mature and whatever. She just counts the praises. She's like, oh yeah, I know you're like one of the best. You're a hard worker woman. You're beautiful. You're smart, pretty, whatever, blah blah blah. Obviously, that being her granddaughter. So anyways, she tells her about the movie. She's kind of happy. She's excited about it. She hears about it. And again, going back to our main protagonist, she says, oh, there's no one else in this world who's more perfect for you than Kazuya. But again, if you go to the first, I guess I forgot to skip this in the beginning. From the first season, their relationship is kind of faked, because it kind of just happened by accident. She got a phone call that her grandmother was in a bad situation or something in the hospital. So she rushed there with Kazuya, our main protagonist, and she kind of just assumed that it was a boyfriend. And from then on, they just kind of kept this whole facade of them actually being together. So there's that. So yeah, so again, saying that she's perfect for her, nobody, and she says, I quote, a little paraphrase, but basically what she's saying is, nobody in this is a better match in this world for you than him. Again, what I just said earlier. Sorry, I had notes here that I had to take. I try to take a lot less notes, because I know the first few videos were a lot longer, but I'm trying to, I'm new to this. Just bear with me, please. I'm gonna try to, again, improve myself, or try to make other videos. I'm just trying to make new shit. That's all it is. So again, Kazuya feels down because he has to write a script after, his movie actually got, or the promotion. I forgot the words. Like I know I should have wrote that down. But basically, he was promoting the movie and saying that, oh, if you can fund me, so like this company, for the money, then we can make this movie happen and whatever. So he was working on that. They get approved. He's all excited, but then he's bummed out because obviously he has to make a script for the movie. And while that whole thing is happening, they make a website, kind of like a GoFundMe, where they can get money. And yeah, just that part of it. And so yeah, Rukia, his girlfriend, again, because of him feeling down about the script, she like sends him links to like this website where she reads novels and stuff, so maybe he can get an idea of what to write about, or how to make a script. And again, she tries to cheer him up by saying, I love that I get a boyfriend like you, one that's blind, single-minded, and passionate about the things he loves. And again, it kind of just snaps him out of it, and he's like, oh, I'm so lucky to have somebody like her in my life. Obviously this is in his head, but again, singing his praises, because even though he didn't really want a relationship with her, he's realizing like, oh, she's kind of perfect, like he kind of balances me out, kind of like what Chizuru's grandmother was saying to her. So yeah, so we skip ahead. He's working on the script. Obviously, like, he's been working his ass off so much that he's been forgetting to eat and all this stuff. So whatever, he decides to go out and get some food for himself because he's living alone. And his neighbor Yaimori, which again I kind of skipped over this because I didn't want to just bring it up. So his neighbor Yaimori was introduced in the second episode, and she's kind of like been eavesdropping on them, on their conversations and all this stuff, all the drama that's been going on. Not intentionally, it just happens to be when she gets home or when she's walking past by, but she's obviously like hiding off in the corner somewhere. that they don't see her, so that doesn't make it more awkward. But she ended up revealing that to Kazuya, our main protagonist, that she has a recording of what they were talking about and how Chizuru has a job working as a rent-a-girlfriend, which is supposed to be a secret because obviously she like changes her whole look, her whole appearance, so that nobody she knows that she's working as a rent-a-girlfriend. And she kind of just catches it in all on video, and obviously him being like so protective of both the girls, he's like, oh, you had to delete that. I'll do anything you want. I'm so sorry. And she kind of explains how, she just saw it on YouTube how you should take a video evidence in case something bad happens or she gets dragged into something. So she kind of did it without ill intentions, but it kind of it poses a problem for everyone that's involved. So yeah, there's that. And it's later revealed that she's actually a cosplayer for, I think they call it WeTube, but I guess it's like a YouTube. Obviously they can't use a real name, but she's a WeTuber slash YouTuber in real life, and she's a cosplayer. She does like dresses and all that stuff, and they show her room full of all plushies and stuff. And after revealing all of that, she says, I want to be your you can be my master and I'll be your apprentice, and you can show me how to force a harem and all that stuff. She's like kind of a little bit crazy. She's like into like these old RPGs where it's like harems and stuff. If you don't know what that is, I mean, it's a quick YouTube search or some shit. There's a lot of those games in Japan. Anyways, moving along. So she later on suggests that Kazuya might have feelings for Chizuru, obviously like him renting her out so she can be his girlfriend. Obviously like nobody spends that much money unless they're really invested or have some real feelings for her. And obviously she says Chizuru might have some feelings for him as well, because she's, even though as much of a problem that he is, in her words, she's still spending time with him, and even though there's so much problems going on, having to fake that their relationship is real, and him being like kind of a loser, in her words again, there might be some feelings that she's hiding even from herself. He might be into our main protagonist, Kazuya. And yeah, so she kind of just says, maybe try asking each other out, and she's gonna end up helping them out, get together and whatnot. And that's how the episode ends. She just says, there might be feelings between both of you that you guys don't want to reveal about each other, but there's something going on and I want to help. So, and that's a quick rundown on what happened in that episode. And it kind of went by fast. Try not to spoil too much, try not to go too much into detail like I've done in the last video. Again, just quickly talking about it, and hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys watched the season, because I'm kind of liking it. I know it's not typically what I watch. I do like slice of life anime. I do watch a bunch of other stuff ever since I was a wee little one. I'm obviously close to my 30s now, but I'm still enjoying it. I still love anime. It was something that really was pivotal in my life growing up. Watching Inuyasha and all this other stuff, watching Dragon Ball Z's, having a bunch of movies, Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, Rurouni Kenshin again, which I made a video on yesterday. Check that out. And we're just gonna talk about just one anime this time, I guess, because they do take a while. Don't want it to be like a 30-minute video. And today, obviously I'm making the day after it came out. So today came out. Today's anime was Bleach. Sorry, I'm like starting over my words, tripping over myself. Today Bleach came out, and I'm probably gonna make a review tomorrow. So look forward to that, I guess. And yeah, this is gonna be it for me, guys. And hope you guys enjoyed the Widow gameplay in the background. I was such a nasty player as Widow in the beginning when this first game came out back in Overwatch 1. This is obviously 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope to see you in the next video. So much love, see you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Deuces.